All right, go ahead.
Uh, well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, heavy hitters live in the building. As we already seen, and unfortunately, the Atlanta Falcons have been defeated by the Tennessee Titans, 28-23. Now, this is definitely one of those games that I did say this was a game that was not a cakewalk at all, but at the end of the day, you have to take advantage of the opportunities that you get, despite all the other things that didn't happen. We got Senator Palpatine, aka Mad Mike Sports, to my left, stage left, and we got the Don at the bottom of the screen. So, Mike, what you got for us, man?
This is exactly what I thought this football team was. And by the way, we are at the General's Lounge in Marietta. So you guys, this is one of our new spots. We're going to continue to, come out here and really just have a chance to sit and just chat football. Have a few drinks, have something to eat. We had a good time at the General Lounge, but this is. I'm like a lot of people are really upset. I'm like the only thing I'm really upset is like Arthur's ego. I think this game is just been so much about his ego that I just like it's scary to. I'm not even gonna say it's scary because these guys like Arthur and I are literally about the same age, right? I think we're like a year apart. So we're literally about the same age. So he's learning just like I'm learning the game. He's learning how to be a head coach. He hasn't been in the league for 30, years like guys like Sean Payton. Sean Payton, a lot of people don't realize, yeah, he's, a good offense coordinator, but he's been in the league a good 20 years or so. So he had a good 3 decades of a coaching experience. Arthur doesn't have that. So I'm thinking, just to be honest, man, I like the fight in this team. Although we played like absolute horse shit today, it was maddening. But this is what we tell y'all. We're not ready to win. We're not ready to win. And this is one of those games where we didn't have our defensive leader. Like guys go down, we got to step up. Grady went down. We had guys that step up on the defensive side of the ball. So this is what look. There's a lot of positives amongst the negatives. To be honest, you know what I'm saying. A lot again. When you lose, people don't care. But look, I saw this as just an experience. These guys, I counted at least 7 starters, offensively and defensively, that went out with injuries. These types of things happen in the NFL. This is why we say any given Sunday. Grady Jarrett went out with a knee injury, and I hope he's okay. But this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. So at the end of the day, man, I think this particular this particular game is I'm gonna just say this. This is on Arthur Smith and his lack of accountability, his lack of focus. I think he got a little bit out of himself and he went right back. We keep saying run the damn ball. If we run the ball, we win. But if we run the ball too late, we didn't run the ball effectively. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know what they have to do, whether it's Tyler Algier, CP, but right now there's no chemistry with this offense and Bijan Robinson.
Mm.
It's throwing it off. So, like I said, I don't know what the answer is. Bijan or Tyler get those guys going earlier. The offensive line was just good god awful today. And look, I'm this is the final thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna pass it to one of you guys. But I'm absolutely disgusted from what I saw from Drew Dalman today. He was a fucking bum all day. I counted at the very least five 5 times that ball hit the damn ground or almost hit somebody's shoestrings. That is unfreaking acceptable for offensive linemen, and especially a center. You practice this every day, and you had at least 5 that hit the quarterback's shoe. All right, hit his feet, aimed at his feet. He got to bend down to even catch the ball, and that happened with Taylor Heineke and Desmond Ritter. So it's just something has to be done with him, man.
K Styles, you there? I'm gonna go ahead and go. And you already know my feelings with Drew Dalman, so I'm not even gonna go into details with it because I sound like a broken record every freaking week. It doesn't matter if we win the game or lose the game. He is an Achilles. He is an Achilles heel for our offensive line. Like he's just continuing to
Huh?
screw us over. Um,
You know what?
K
Hell
Styles,
no. I think that
there you go. But games are won in 3 phases of football. We talk about this all the time: offense, defense, and special teams. Defense, I felt like they did their job today. Like even after Grady Jarrett came out with the injury, it just you can't replace Grady Jarrett. You just can't. It doesn't matter who you have as next man. You just can't replace that type of talent. Special teams unit, that's one thing that was not mentioned today. Like our special teams unit after the punch, like we repent so many times in our own 15 inside our own 15-yard line. That right there was crucial because our offense couldn't really get anything going. Having a long field to drive down, and most of those drives, ended up as a 3-and-out. We had a punt. Um, Offensive side of the ball, Mike, he said it. Our offensive line today played horrible, horrible. And like I said, we've been mentioning Drew Dalman, but just everybody on the offensive line just looked horrible today. Jeffrey Simmons gave us the business today. I ain't even gonna lie to you on that. Arthur Smith, this game is lost on him because you're still trying to prove to the world that you can quarter, and you're trying to force the ball to Bijan Robinson on a couple of those routes that Bijan Robinson was running, as a receiver. Like he can't even turn his head around to even look for the ball to make a play on the ball. Like again, I feel like he's not ready to be that guy for our team. He's not. Like end of the day, for setting the tone on his offense, it's still Cordell Patterson. It's still Tyler Algier. Like I'm just not sold on him being that guy, the feature running back yet. And I don't care who disagrees with me on this. The fantasy football community, they can, y'all know what y'all can do because I really don't care. Like at the end of the day, man, Arthur Smith, man, you gotta scheme the right way for your quarterback. And I'm not even talking about Heineken. I'm talking about Desmond Ritter because when Heineke Ritter got hurt, you had a whole different scheme for him that worked. But at the end of the day, we was already behind the 8 ball. So it's just mistakes that we're making, as far as the coaching on offense. And then on top of that, you have guys that's in the game on the offensive side of the ball that not execute. They're not blocking up front. They dropping passes. Like we got to do better with that.
I mean, look, let me say this too, because we keep hearing this. He's not ready. He's not ready. He's not ready. He's not ready. Well, all of that is true. But the thing is you can't keep saying that about everybody, and then think this team is going to win the Super Bowl or they're going to get there. It's going to take time. So what we always say, that you just got to run. You got to roll with the veterans at this point. Just roll with the veterans. All right. Until these guys are ready, don't put them in situations where they're not ready. Because clearly Bijan Robinson, it's like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but his confidence is shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's shot. He doesn't have the same bounce. He don't have the same smile. There's none of that. he's like I said, his confidence is shot. So I like I understand that people saying Ritter ain't it and this guy ain't it. But Ritter was 8 for 12, and out of those 12 attempts, he got sacked 5 times, bro. Let me say that again: 8 for 12, and he was sacked 5 times. Again, let me say it again: 8 for 12, and he got sacked 5 times. That's a problem,
It's a
a
lot.
major problem.
And that's in one half. He got sacked 5 times. We don't even want to bring up hit and hurry on some of those plays. Like I said, I saw the news today that the team want to, explore options and trying to trade for Montez Sweat, and I guess Danielle Hunter's also still on the board to get traded as well. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like it sounds good to get another pass rusher here, but hell, if we're playing solid on defense and then our offensive side of the ball, we're not, extending drives and getting down the field and scoring touchdowns. Like, what what difference does it make?
And that's and like I said, I do like the addition of Montez Sweat. I'm not gonna say that I dislike it, but I think at this point in time, until these guys get more games under their belt, they just have to run with the veterans and run with, just focus on the running game. Because I like, I hate to say this, but and I really don't. I hate to say this, but this is something that Terrence Mathis, kind of told us is that when you look at Arthur Smith, he's still figuring it out as far as the pass game is concerned. He needs a guy offensively, as far as a coach, that is capable of taking over as far as the passing concepts, passing rhythm, passing chemistry, because Dave Ragone clearly isn't it. And at some point, I think they have to just lean on a guy that they just pretty much just call until their coaching staff, and that's Matt Schaub. Like Matt Schaub has to take the lead on that because it's just not getting any better with Dave Ragone. It's not. And again, some head coaches are better in the passing game. Some guys are better in the running game. That's just a part of being a coach. That's his specialty.
But man,
Arthur Smith's specialty is running the ball. So he needs the guy that's going to be his yin and his yang. It's going to be there to help aid him. So that's what he needs. At this point, I've seen enough to say that Arthur, I'm not saying he doesn't know the pass game, but it's clearly not his specialty.
Mike, we got somebody on the team. Yeah, you said Shaw, but we have somebody with experience, and that's TJ Yates. Like Yates was
I mean,
he was the pass
not
game
not,
he was the pass game
but
specialist at 21.
yeah, I get that. But it's clearly he's not the guy that Arthur trusts. That's what I'm saying. He's
But the
not the guy
problem
that
is,
Arthur
if
trusts.
you go back to our offense in 21, our offense, like our pass game was good. It was average enough. It was better than what the hell it is now.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is what I get. But you got a guy like Matt Ryan that's there. He helps with that. So until the see the thing is, it's not so much all right the coaching. Sometimes the coaching and the players got to be together. So right now we got veterans there, but right now we don't have a good enough. And that's just to be honest, we don't have a good enough staff of players right now that's gonna help these coaches, convey what they need to on the field. And I think that's the thing. You got to have a healthy mix of both because when we had them, Matt Ryan, you have Zacchaeus, Russell Gage. Those guys had chemistry and time together. You don't have that on the field right now with the Falcons. A lot of these guys haven't played with Taylor Heineke. A lot of these guys that played with
Desmond Ritter.
um, Ritter. So yeah, we do have those coaches, but we still it come down to just time and experience. Again, I know Falcons fans don't want to hear this because we always want to win, but today was just another example of inexperience.
Inexperience and no chemistry across the board. Like, look, you see, look what happened with Van Jefferson at the end of the game. Like, he dropped the pass because, like, he looked, soon as he turned to look for the ball was right there in his hand, and we like, oh shit, you dropped it. Like, bro, like stuff like that, man. It kills it for us.
And that's kind of agree with both of you on that one, man. Like you said, like you said, this is definitely one of those games where, like you said, you're playing against a team that got nothing to lose right now, who pretty much is kind of like fire selling a lot of their guys, so they have nothing to lose. Um, and they always say, man, the teams that are the most dangerous are the ones that have nothing to lose, so they're gonna bring everything. Um, as we already saw the way offensively how it started off good. Problem was what ended up happening afterwards. Fuck it. Jailhouse blitz your ass and see what y'all can do.
Do we know the thing is too? Like y'all do realize what happened with Taylor Heineke, right? It was pretty much the exact same thing. It wasn't anything different than the Falcons have already been doing.
It was the same
They
offense.
it was the same exact offense. We talking about this guy, but Ritter wasn't bad. Let me say that again. Ritter wasn't bad. It's just like, look, when nothing is working offensively, and this is what I was saying even in the when we was sitting down and talking. This is a game on the players. Sometimes as a player and as a coach, you can sit up and call whatever and whatever, but if guys are just not competing, they're not competing.
hmm
They got on. They got man. Look, they got manhandled in the first half of that game.
hmm
They just got manhandled. They got smashed in the face, and it took them a while to kind of collect themselves. But this is
Wow.
what happens when you have a veteran quarterback. All right, he's not rattled. Let me say that again. A veteran quarterback is not rattled. But a veteran quarterback, a lot of times, it ain't good enough to win games. It's good enough to get you out of certain spots. But once you out of that spot, you got to be real. All right. Is this guy good enough when it came down to, like, let's say Taylor Heineke can take over games? No, he's not good enough.
That was the sound of the police.
But I'm sorry, y'all. We again, we at the General's Lounge, and we got music and drinks flowing inside the place, so we gotta ad lib just a little bit. But
hmm
this is what I mean. It's like Taylor Heineke showed his experience in this game that he can make plays when it's needed, but when it comes down to, like, all right, is he the guy and he's the answer? Like, I don't. What did I see in that game? In this game, this is what I have for you guys. What did you see in this game to say Taylor Heineke needs to be starting right now?
You know what I seen? I ain't see a damn thing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't see a damn thing. Now we did run the ball effectively, and Cordell Patterson did get touches in the.
hmm
Cordell Patterson didn't even get touches in the first half.
Right.
So, like, the scheme was a little different for Heineke, but at the same time, Arthur Smith could call the same shit with Desmond Ritter. I don't know why he choose not to do that, but that's something that we just don't understand that.
It
I'm
pissed
still
me the
trying to.
fuck off because I saw Cordero Patterson get in the game and he didn't get in the game the first fucking half of this.
That's what
See,
I'm saying.
this is what we're talking about, his fucking ego.
That's
So
what I'm.
a lot of things, it's not even again. A lot of stuff ain't even on the players itself.
It's the coaching staff.
It's a frustration.
It's the coaching staff, and you want to scheme for a different court when you have a different quarterback in. Like, why you can't scheme like that when you having your young quarterback in? So that goes back to what Matt Mike said about it's his ego, and he's trying to prove to the world that, oh, well, I can develop a quarterback.
I
Like,
can develop a quarterback. I can develop players like Bijan. It's like you don't have to do that. Just call the freaking offense.
just call it the way we call it, the wing. That's it.
Yeah.
You experiment. Like, I don't understand why you're trying to experiment on the fly. You can't experiment on the fly when you have your majority of your players on offense are young guys. You cannot do that. You're putting them in situations to lose.
Hmm. Well, kind of what Mike is talking about as far as like I said, the difference that I saw out of the first two halves was the tone of the play calling, and what I mean by that is they kind of went like the second half. They kind of went right back to the basics. Now, the first drive of the first half, you saw the balance, but it was like one of those things where you kind of saw Tennessee kind of looked at like, okay, nah, we finna dial it up and see if y'all can get it done. And like you said, 5 sacks in the first half. Like I said, the one main one I will say with Desmond Ritter, what he did, that first one, that one he did took, I can't defend that one.
The
But
one
then,
that, yeah, yeah, I know
the
exactly.
one, yeah, that one you can't really defend that one because that's just one of those cases where you got to get out and you got to throw the ball away.
Yeah,
But like I said, Caleb McGarry, I think he gave up 2 sacks. I think Lindstrom gave up one, and I think Bergeron
Jake.
gave up another
That
one.
may have been Jacob version one of them. But
Hmm.
let me answer this comment right here. See, he's saying the offense worked when Taylor Heineke got in. It worked because the defense was tired. This is what we talked about. Like
They ran the
like
football.
they
They ran
ran the
the.
football and they wore them down. Those guys were tired in the second half, but because we ran the football, we got physical. This is what we're talking about, people. It looked different because it was they ran the ball. They stuck to what Falcons football is: run the ball, be physical. They didn't do this with Desmond Ritter. They want to be pretty. So
Mhm.
I have again. This has nothing to do with Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson fits this offense perfectly. But what is wrong with it is that Arthur is using Bijan as a tone setter. He's not ready. He doesn't have the experience and he doesn't have the game to be an early tone setter like that. That's what everybody's saying with CP and Tyler needs to start the game off, get those guys, and then you come in third, fourth quarter and you can, let Bijan do his thing. But he's starting the game off like, and it forces the Falcons, to go back to throwing the ball when we running the ball when we need to be throwing it.
I'm gonna say it like this too. It's not necessarily just running the ball. The thing about it is, if you're running the ball up the gut, like you said, that takes a lot more energy off of those defensive linemen than you running sideline to sideline. Now, when he talking about tone setter, no, he's not talking about Bijan Robinson taking away touches at the start of the game for Bijan. But what it is you have to sprinkle in those elements of a Tyler CP a little bit more early on than what we have seen. Now, when we talked about the second half, you gotta look at how the second half started. They started off running the ball in the second half. I think they threw the ball twice, but you saw a good dose of Tyler. You saw, and then what it did was that's why I said Tyler's the shield, Bijan is the sword. You won't, like I said, you want Bijan to get as many touches as he can in the game, but you have to use Tyler to tie these guys out. And that was the biggest difference. That was setting the tone for that second half. That
I'm sorry, my bad. My mic was on mute. Like what we're doing
oh
is we're doing things backwards. What we're doing in the
That
second
right there. That right there.
what we're doing in the second half, we need to be doing it in the first half, and we're
hmm
clearly not doing that.
no, but the thing about it was that first drive they did it. It was
Yep.
just after
So we,
it was
so we
after
just
that it was after that that's when they kind of reverted back to trying to be more finesse.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're being finesse at the wrong part of the game. You could be finesse
hmm
second half when you have a lead, you know,
hmm
and you just protecting the football. But in the first half, bro, you know you need to have Tyler Algier out there running the ball. You need to run drag routes. You need to do like
Did
short
none of it. None of that. We did none of that.
that stuff. And like we're seeing, like I hate to say it, but shades of Dirk Cutter is sprinkling in the game. Trying to do these long developing plays downfield. Like why are we
This
doing?
this is what right here. This Marquise, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That right here. He all smarts himself.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just need to just be basic. We trying to use
hmm
Kyle Pitts as a weapon when we don't need to. His ability is a weapon. He's gonna run. Look, he's an athlete. So if you just get him on a simple slant, he gonna take it to the house.
hmm
and we're not. Like I said, we're not doing.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I didn't do it.
I ain't do nothing, y'all.
I didn't do it.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like again, it had a lot of the things that's going on with the Atlanta Falcons, and why a lot of people saying, "Well, this guy sucked." Well, he's not calling the exact same. He's doing things backwards. He wants to come out passing the ball, like trying to prove to everybody that Desmond Ritter is a guy when he doesn't have to do that. Just
hmm
run your offense the way it runs.
hmm
Run the ball, use play action, and when you need to throw the ball, you throw it.
Right.
It's a simple solution. So he
Mm-hmm.
Because
making Desmond Ritter and guys look a lot worse. See, the thing is too, Desmond Ritter at this point in his career, he's not what Taylor Heineke is. Taylor Heineke has had enough snaps where he can come in and simply, even when he's cold, he can throw the ball because he's been in those situations, in game situations. He has. This is what Desmond can't do. He's not there yet. So again, you're treating him like he's a veteran, and he's not a veteran. Arthur, he's not a
hmm
veteran. He's not Matt Ryan. He's not Taylor Heineke right now with his development. So
hmm
until he gets there, you gotta kind of, babysit him a little bit. Babysit the
hmm
offense.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, cause looking back at a lot of those sacks that was happening. Yeah, those literally was some 10, 15 yard development plays.
Yeah.
And even with that, Caleb McGarry was getting beat. Like I said, Jeffrey Simmons and what was it, Landry was eating up that right side of the offensive line all day today.
So
Yeah,
two of those sacks that Ritter ate, they were. I feel like those covered sacks, which clearly that's again
hmm
um line not blocking. Um,
hmm
there was also a sack for that Taylor Heinicke he ate that was also a coverage.
Right.
y'all want to
See
answer
that.
this right here?
Let me see. Uh, let's see. What it say? What it say?
Force majors.
What are the chances that Arthur Blank Terrifano say enough is enough and force major change?
You guys got to be patient, man. Like we legit just spent a
Nah,
lot of money on the defensive side
nah.
to for our defense to be a top 10 unit
Huh.
this
I'm finna tell you something. If you looked at the way, like you said, if you looked at the defense literally gave up three touchdowns on Jesus balls that was thrown by Will Levis.
year.
So they pretty much held contained. But the thing with Levis is, Levis' style of play, like I said, he likes to throw that thing deep, and they took chances on that.
Yeah, one
Now,
of
when you
them
talking about now when you're talking about major changes, are you talking about just the quarterback position, or are you talking about multiple positions?
they
Well,
definitely
like I said, what are we speaking on?
changes is a plural word, so I'm
That
pretty sure
man, look, we know it. Let's stop the bullshit, K Style. Y'all
you know
know
what they
he
talking
talking
about.
about starting to get another quarterback. Okay, let's
Right,
just stop. All right, we know
right.
what they talking about. But again,
Mhm,
if you look at how this team and what they spent, K Style, what you just said, they spent their
mhm,
money defensively. What does that tell
mhm.
you, Dunn? When you spend most of your money on the defense, what, as far as your team, what are you saying?
We're trying to get better on the defensive side of the ball, but on the offense,
No, 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 no. I know you're gonna miss that one. It's a clear concept.
Hold
You
on,
gotta you
let me guess it. Let me guess it. You spending
no
all your money on defense so you can develop the youth on your offense.
exactly.
that's I was about to say that, man.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. My bad, my bad.
You cut me off. Don't cut me off, man.
Oh,
But like,
damn. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm
You
trying to
might get
finish.
I'm sorry, sir. Excuse me. He
you
came in there and
man.
smacked me upside the head.
Hey,
He's
try,
not him. He's not him when he don't have a Snicker bar.
hey, whatever. But anyway, like I was saying, like that's the thing. That's what we're going. We're trying to develop guys on the offensive side of the ball.
Right.
Is it gonna look cute? No, it's not. It's looking real ugly right now. But at the same time, these guys are gonna get there eventually. But as a coaching staff, you have to give them a to be successful. Right now, Arthur Smith is not doing that. He's not. So I don't think we need to make changes on the offensive side of the ball. I feel like Ritter is fine. Our we got to build receiving core, offensive line. They got to play better down the stretch. Um, I can see that we may end up making a change at center in the offseason because right now we're not making it. No, there's no team that's going to be dumb enough to trade their center to the Falcons.
Hmm.
We're not
Right.
like in a perfect world. That sounds nice, but we got to use common sense, and I'm pretty sure there's
Hmm.
G there that's going to use their common sense as well. They're going to ride with whatever center they have.
Yeah.
For so we're just screwed right until God,
I I
and we
I
can.
asked
Yeah.
y'all that question because I knew exactly what people were alluding to right here. Is exactly
Mhm.
what he alluding to.
To the quarterback
Again,
position.
the quarterback position. We keep thinking that look, Taylor Heineke was 12 for 21.
Well,
Let me
you got
22,
that.
excuse me, 12 for 22.
let me elaborate on this comment right
Go ahead,
here.
go ahead, go ahead.
USC they won yesterday, right? But look how many points they put on the board. But also they almost lost that game too. So I'm not even going to sit up here and be like, "Oh, Caleb Williams can run his offense better," but clearly he can't even do it with Lee Brown's offense.
Don't say Drake May because he lost to my Yellow Jackets yesterday. So you already know that automatically disqualifies him.
Drake May,
Corey,
me,
Corey right on it with this. This is the Corey right on it. Also calling plays like he got a veteran quarterback instead of calling them for Ritter that'll develop his skills. This is exactly what we're talking about. You got to get him comfortable.
Hmm.
You got to make sure
Because
he's comfortable.
be- because what was the numbers for Ritter? He was 8 for 12 for like 75 yards.
For 75 yards.
Hmm. You have to remember, two of those passes were dropped by Bijan Robinson as well. Now,
yep,
like you said, the main thing, and I think he overthrew a couple of them. But
Yeah,
like
the
you said,
defense.
yeah, the D pass, the Kyle Pitts, which I thought was kind of stupid in the first place. That one, that one kind of mind boggled me. Um, but like you said, at the end of the day, you got to protect your quarterback. They did a lot better protecting the quarterback in the second half.
yeah.
And
See,
that, and I think, and the play that he got concussed on was that one where they overloaded Bergeron and got three guys
uh-huh.
on the bench.
Yep.
That's the one he got concussed on.
He said that I'm tired of waiting 2 to 4 years for a team to
We
be.
ain't. Go ahead, Don. I know you about to
It,
do it.
Look. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna look. No, let me speak on this. He said what again?
he said
I'm
I'm
tired.
tired
Good,
of
good,
waiting
good.
for this team to be contenders in the midst. It takes time to create a
Look,
championship.
let me tell you like this. Let me tell you like this. Every team, every situation, that ain't always gonna be a quick turnaround. Like I said, if you're tired, like I said, nobody is holding you
Hostage should still be a fan of.
hostage to the situation. Like I said, if you're tired, well, what they always say, if you're tired, you just go. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, when you have a young offense with a veteran defense, it ain't always going to be peachy king. It ain't always going to be quick turnarounds. It ain't always going to be none of that.
You got to have a balanced team to be a playoff team. Clearly, we don't have that.
There's no such thing as having a great team drafting a quarterback and you going to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Hold on, man, Mike.
What the hell we talking about? Hey,
Let me
y'all sit up here looking for fucking dreams and shit.
yeah, but
Patrick Mahomes, it took him a long. It took him 2 fucking years, 3 years to get where the fuck he at. And y'all acting like it's gonna happen for the Falcons overnight. The fuck are you talking
Mhm.
about? How long
but
has Josh Allen been in the league? What, 5, 6 years now? He ain't been nowhere.
he ain't even played. He ain't even played. I don't even
Uh,
think he been in the AFC
uh,
Championship game. He
Brock
probably
Purdy
uh,
got kicked out. Wait, like Brock Purdy just got out. Why everybody always try to? The thing that really pisses me off, y'all want shit to happen. Y'all want things to happen so quickly for the Falcons when there is no scenario in the NFL where you can say, "I drafted the quarterback and we went to the NFC Championship and
but,
we went to the
but
Super Bowl." There's
here's the
because,
thing.
no
be-
evidence behind that.
be-
Here's the thing.
because you have to
Hold on.
you have to think about it
Hold on.
like this too. Even if you do draft that quarterback, you still got to go through the same process.
But here's the thing. Some people want to use the Eagles as an excuse, but the Eagles they had championship guys on their team when they got rid of Doug Peterson. They got Nick Sirianni, and then they also had like you got to understand they always had an offensive
Jalen
line.
Hurt was in his 3rd year when he went to the Super Bowl. What we
Yeah,
talking about?
he
What
was
the
in his
fuck are we talking about, people?
hmm is what I call is what they call it's penis envy. It's envy. You're envy, and like you said, everybody wants to see this team be successful. But this is where they say, are you a fan are you a fan of the game itself, or are you a fan of the result?
you
Because
have
like you said, every team, if it was that easy, all 32 teams would go to the playoffs if that was that easy. It ain't that easy. And then, like you said, who knows? Like you said, maybe they may decide to go quarterback next year. But the thing that a lot of people are proving to me is y'all not ready. That y'all not really ready for that process. Because even if you do get a quarterback in the first round next year, you're going through the same damn process.
yeah.
See, this is a test for folks.
I can't believe
Like,
I'm about to lose my damn mind. I'm up here agreeing with Marquise more than I ever have. What the fuck is going on?
mm-hmm.
But no, seriously though, this again, this is why I say your expectations is just not realistic. There's no evidence in this league where you saw a team draft a quarterback and he went to a Super Bowl. It don't happen. It's never happened. Okay? It
A
took two
rookie,
to 3 years for the Cincinnati Bengals to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
a rookie
Especially,
get that. A
yep.
rookie. And like again, you cannot use other teams as an excuse to be like, oh well, they did it. Oh well, oh the Steelers they went to the Super Bowl the second year in Ben Roethlisberger. Again, the Steelers was a playoff team when they drafted Ben Roethlisberger.
The Chiefs were a playoff team when they drafted Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, they was like what 3 years removed from when they won the Super Bowl when they drafted Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Like,
like you just said it right there. They were literally like 4 years away from being in the Super Bowl and being consistent playoff contenders beforehand. And even with Jalen Hurts get drafted, remember that second year, remember they was already talking about him being trade bait.
mhm.
This man
Y'all
here
forget
is
y'all forgot about that. What is that?
so 11-5 playoff 2008 rookie Matt Ryan season didn't happen. You do realize there was a completely different. They spent damn near $100 million on that team. Brought in
As well.
offensive linemen, running backs. They brought
Wait,
in
whoa,
Michael Turner.
whoa,
On
Like, what
both
are you
sides of the
talking
ball.
about?
wait,
And they
whoa,
spent
whoa,
money on
whoa.
both sides of the ball. Go
Wait a
ahead, Kev.
minute. Wait a minute. Did somebody actually use Matt Ryan in a positive light on here? I
Hold
never
on,
thought I'd see
Yeah,
today.
right.
and not only that,
Um,
they used a pretty much early first round draft pick. Like, but they say, well, we don't need a third round quarterback starting for us. Like, how many times y'all gonna continue to move the goalposts?
it
That's what I'm
don't.
trying to figure out.
Look, I'm finna tell y'all right now. I'm finna tell you right now. I want y'all to look at the San Diego Chargers. Like I said, it don't matter where you draft it. It's about can you develop. And like I said, everybody's path ain't the same. First round don't mean a damn thing. Yes, we're seeing a couple first round picks looking good right now. But really and truly, really since 2021, it's really only been one first round draft pick that's that's actually delivered on the goods so far.
Right.
And that's Trevor Lawrence.
Hmm.
It
So
hasn't been that. It hasn't been many
it,
things.
it like you said, first round pick is not guaranteed to fix all your damn problems. That boy Justin Herbert got the most losses as a quarterback than any other quarterback in the last 3 years.
And they draft high explosive guys every year.
Hmm. So it don't like I say, it's not guaranteed anything.
Look at Kyler Murray out in Arizona. Dude about to get his job took by a damn dog.
If for some reason damn Joshua Dobbs on my fantasy team has been doing work for me, I don't know why, but he has. But it ain't guaranteed, y'all. Everything ain't fucking guaranteed. You could trick off and spend all the money and put together a championship team just to fuck around and lose half of that team the very next year.
See, this is where y'all can suck a left toe. Okay, y'all can really suck a left toe because everybody keep talking about what happened to Ritter. Ritter ain't it. Ritter ain't. We gave up 5 fucking sacks and 12 attempts. Why ain't nobody talking about that? This man dribbled the ball more than Steph Curry at the 3-point line. Okay, he dribbled the ball on the damn ground more than LeBron and Trey Young. And all we saw the whole game was him dribbling the ball off somebody's feet. And we sitting up here talking about, man, this real ain't it. Bijan Robinson has been the last couple of games, let's just the last 3 games, he's been showing that he's a rookie. Yeah, he's exciting, but he doing the wrong. He doing a lot of things badly. This is why Arthur didn't play him. I'm starting to see it more and more. He's just not ready. He needs
Uh,
to be in that. They need to lean on CP. They need to lean on Tyler Algier because today, look, it just confirmed the reason why he really did not play him. It's not. Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't have an issue with his headache, but we're seeing it more and more that Bijan just not ready to be that bell cow. He's not.
He needs to
I'm
learn.
not.
He needs to
I'm
learn.
not even. Go
My
ahead,
bad.
go ahead, Don. My bad.
I'm saying that he just need to learn. He needs to learn how to be an NFL running back. Like, this ain't college, and you can tell some people, some players, they have a hard time transitioning from college to the NFL. And right now, like I said, his athleticism is helping him, you know, do okay in games, but at the same time, like the drop, like not turning his head in certain plays. I also think like it was a pass play. He's not picking up blocks. Like those things right there, man. Like you have to learn, and he's clearly having a hard time doing those things.
But what
Normally,
I will, but
when he
like I
gets
said,
on the field,
go ahead, go ahead.
what you're doing, you're looking to see who you can juke out. Like, bro, this just get upfield and get your yards.
He really answered his own. He really, when they asked him about Derrick Henry, you heard what he said. He doesn't do a lot of juking. He just goes north and south. Well, that's what Bijan has been doing. He's been trying to juke people instead of just hitting the hole the proper way.
Yeah,
Again, this is what we're talking about. Look, some of y'all just need to get smarter when it comes down to just football. You're not smart. You see things with your eyes, and sometimes your eyes ain't always trained to think you seeing what you seeing. You think you seeing something, but you're really not seeing it. All you seeing is a guy that can be shifty. A guy, look, the guy needs to learn when to sit down in holes. He needs to learn how to just hit the hole properly. We saw that in the second half because why? Tyler Algier and CP, those guys, they came in, they started running the ball well, running the ball better. At this point, I'm just gonna be real. He just need to sit and watch CP and Tyler right now. Play him sparingly when it's time for him. But the first half of the game, I don't think Bijan needs to be carrying the load. I really don't. The more that I'm saying it, that's. I'm not saying he's a major issue, but he dropped 2 passes, and he's been dropping passes the last 3 weeks. Simple passes. This has been going on. But like I said, it's more than one issue with this Falcon team. Okay, more than one issue. Desmond needs to learn how to throw the damn ball away when you need to throw the ball away, and don't make shit worse than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Taylor Heineke knows how to do. He's a veteran.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the thing about this, and I about to say, you might well go ahead and start wrapping it up. The thing that
Yes, sir.
this season has told me about a lot of people is the reality is everybody is not ready for a rookie quarterback to come here to Atlanta. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Regardless on if he's a first round pick, second round pick, third round pick, whatever. And like you said, you got things that's gonna happen. You got plays that gonna make you go, "What the fuck?" These people are not ready for that first. They're not ready for a rookie quarterback to come in and learn. Even if he's a first round pick, I'm gonna use an example. Let's say the Falcons do go out and they draft a guy like Michael Penix Jr. in the first round. Once he struggles his couple of games, you're gonna see the same shit all over again. And tell me if I'm lying. Do you think I'm lying?
No, no,
especially
no.
if you're not scheming for him to be successful, and also if
Mm-hmm.
we're not gonna fix the line like we need to, because at the end of the day, man, like Bergeron, he's a first round, he's not first round, he's a rookie, so he's gonna learn. Hopefully, I see
Mm-hmm.
better improvement with him down the stretch this season. Um, right now, man, Dalton, man, you gotta he has to make a decision. Like this ain't be the guy moving forward. So this offseason, man, I really feel like free agency on top of my priority is gonna be a center, and either we'll allow a guy like Gwen to develop and he can be the guy, or you draft you somebody to be the guy. Because
Hold on.
most of your starting centers gonna be drafted in the second round, early second round or late first.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. They said give first round picks a longer leash. Not in Atlanta.
No,
We've seen that experiment happen before. We've seen that experiment happen before. And I don't like to hark back to the past. Remember, this was the same fan base that wanted Matt Ryan gone after year two. You forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, they wanted Matt Ryan gone when he only scored 2 points in the playoff game.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. The problem is a lot of us are in a win now mode. We want to see this team win. But like I said, they're not ready for a rookie quarterback. You can give a first round pick a longer leash, but guess what? If it like I said, if it doesn't pan out the way that y'all want, y'all gonna be wanting to get rid of him after year two.
This is another question too. People really like y'all got to stop y'all shit. Y'all really got to stop y'all shit. If a man was playing like crap, all right, if he was playing like crap the first 2 years, y'all would be saying get rid of him. Don't give me this bullshit about we want a first round pick because that first round pick end up being Nathan Peterman, Trey
Mm-hmm.
Lance. Like y'all be ready to
Mm-hmm.
get rid of him. But since it's
Right.
Desmond Riddle or whoever, it ain't got to be Desmond Riddle. It's just a
Mm-mm.
quarterback like the quarterback that you don't really care for. Because the quarterback you ain't care for is the offensive coordinator you don't care for. Y'all ready to get rid of him because you just
Mm-hmm.
ready to see something different. It has nothing
Right.
to do with the fact that you want guys to, this team to win because clearly not it. Because if you wanted the team win, you will want these guys to get the damn thing right. Let's see for sure what these guys can do.
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about after a year, you already just throw everything away. Well, let's throw this away and throw that away. Like I said, it don't work that way. So, like I said,
Right.
we're gonna kind of wind it down, and I'm gonna say this. No, we don't like losing. We're just as upset as y'all got. And we're gonna actually we're gonna premiere a live show that we did at the General Lounge. We'll probably do that probably tomorrow. But I think that was pretty for those who saw it on Facebook. Check out myself on Facebook, Michael Anthony Linson. You can call. Well, I don't know about Dunn, but I know you can find Dunn on Instagram. Uh, and Miss Maggie T. You can find her, Maggie Thornton, on Facebook, so you can check that out. But we will, for those who don't follow us on Facebook, we will uh, we will have that on for tomorrow. For tomorrow, but if you guys don't have anything else, I think the AFN crew they're gonna go live shortly also. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, I'm really not upset. I know it's gonna be growing pains, you know, and it's gonna get ugly. No, we don't like seeing ugly football all the time. I'm talking about ugly in all phases. Coaching, offense, defense, special team today was just ugly.
yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's just that's football. This is the way the game is.
But we
Mm-hmm.
said beginning of the season started, I said, guys, y'all need to buckle up because it's gonna be a season that we're gonna see. We're gonna have some highs and we're gonna have some lows.
Lows.
This it was a
Go
low.
answer this. Somebody answer that.
What's the question?
It's do you think Ritter starts next week?
It depends if he clears concussion protocol.
Concussion
If
protocol.
he clears the
They,
concussion,
I think I'm gonna say it like this. I think they may not risk it, even if he does, because the one thing about those concussions, they're a lot easier to get. The second one is a lot easier to get
yeah,
after you had that first one.
Oh
So
yeah.
it
Oh yeah.
it may it may be 50-50 on that,
yeah.
but we're gonna find out throughout the week.
And I'm gonna be real with you. Going up against Minnesota front four,
I'll actually sit with him. I'm gonna
I'll
be
sit him.
real.
Yeah,
Like Brian
I
Brian
would.
I will
Flores
sit him.
Brian Flores got them boys in Minnesota playing good right now. So I would much rather just sit them. And then you go. What you do is you go to Arizona and see, but he'll do it with Arizona. Like we have to these next 2 games, man. We have to play smart football. We cannot afford to just put players out there that clearly that
Mhm.
got stuff. Let them rest. Let them get to the bye week, and then after the bye week, man, we can reassess everything.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said with the concussion thing, like you said, especially after the whole Tua situation last year with the concussion. Yeah, I think you might. Well, it just like you said, it's just going to depend.
Day to
It
day,
depends on how severe it is.
day to
If it's
day.
mild, oh, it's day to day.
Mm-hmm.
So they may end up playing them, but like you said, you just have to see how the symptoms go throughout the week.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everybody for joining us, man. I need to get in here because Miss Maggie probably looking at us trying to figure out what we doing, what we still out here doing the show.
Right.
But we appreciate everybody for joining us. Stay tuned for the Atlanta Falcons Nation post game live. We'll have that coming soon. But with that being said, man, the done 6-man K Styles and your boy Mad Mike. We appreciate everybody. I know we frustrated. The team is on path to be a damn good team. Today we didn't
Hmm.
have one of our best leaders on defense. This game would have been over if it's Grady Jarrett. All right, we would have easily won this game if Grady Jarrett didn't get hurt. Let's just keep that real. We couldn't get pressure consistently. Omiyata was double teamed, and we had good coverage, but for the most part, these guys, like it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. And oh, the phone. Okay, but at the end of the day, you know, you need pass rushers, and hopefully the end. Hopefully the rumors are true that the Falcons are trying to get Montez Sweat. I hope it is true, but we need another pass rusher. Grady Jarrett can't do it all himself. So,
Yeah.
K Styles, you want to kind of get your last.
Well, like I said before, again, this is showing that people are not ready for a rookie quarterback to learn on the job. But Andre, you okay on that boy?
Rondre,
And I know that's some words a lot of people don't want to hear, but like you said, a lot of folks have already proven that people wanted the process, but wasn't really ready for it. So it's just one of those games you have to chalk it up as an L. You got Minnesota next week. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
we here to stay,
You ain't got to go home.
but you got to get the hell up out of here. Me and Roscoe about to go sit down. Me and Rondre, I'll keep saying Roscoe.
Yeah,
Me and Rondre, we got to go sit down.
we're
All right?
gonna have us some beer soup.
Some beer soup, yeah. God damn it. All right, we out of here, man. Peace.
All right, man. Holla
I
at
think
y'all,
they,
man. I'll be good.
I think they got